In this video today, I'll be sharing to you step by step how to apply for a US visa from Lesotho. Whether you're applying for a student visa, a work visa, or even a tourist visa, the DS-160 form is the application that you'll use. What matters is the visa type that you select, and in this video, you'll learn how to do just that. So with that said, let's get right into it. So to get started, click the link in the description of this video. It will take you to the DS-160 form. From the drop down, you're going to select your location. So search for Lesotho. Enter the code shown on your screen, and then select Start an application. Here, select I agree, and ensure you save your application ID. You'll need it when you're paying for your US visa. So you can print application ID and save it on your phone or your PC, whatever you're using to do the application. Scroll down, specify a security question and answer, and then select Continue. So please note that all information shown in this application is strictly for demonstration purposes. So ensure you enter your information accurately. So here you're going to provide your surname, your given name as shown in the passport, and if you have a name in native alphabet, you'll specify it here. Otherwise, select Does Not Apply. Have you used any other names? Select what best applies. Do you have a telecode that represents your name? Select what best applies. Select your sex, marital status, your date of birth, and your place of birth, and select Next to Personal too. Here, select your country or region of nationality. Do you hold or have held any other nationality than the one specified above? Select what best applies. Are you a permanent resident of another country or region? Select what best applies. Here, enter your national identification number. This is not your driver's license number. This is not your passport number, right? It is your national identification number. Specify your social security if you do have one, or your US taxpayer ID if you have one. Now, these two options are generally for US residents and citizens. So select Next. Now here is where you're going to select your visa type, where it says Purpose of Trip to the United States. So from the drop down, select the visa type that you're applying for, and then you may need to specify the type of visa that you're applying for. So this is generally for your tourist visa. Have you made any specific travel plans? Now whether you select yes or no, you will need to provide an intended date of arrival, length of stay, and your current address. Then scroll down and select Next. Are there other persons traveling with you? Select what best applies. Then select Next. Have you ever been in the US? Select what best applies. Have you ever been issued a US visa? Select what best applies. Have you ever been refused a US visa, or been refused admission to the United States, or withdrawn your application of admission at the port of entry? Select what best applies. Has anyone ever filed an immigrant petition on your behalf with the United States and Citizen and Immigration Services? Select what best applies. Then select Next to address and phone number. Specify your home address. So that's the city, the state, the zip code, and your country. Is your mailing address the same as your home address? Select what best applies. Provide your phone number, secondary phone number if you have one, as well as your work phone number. Select the answer that best suits you. Then provide your email address. Have you used any other email addresses in the last 5 years? Select what best applies. Then scroll down and provide your social media information. Then here, you're going to select what best applies, and then select Next to Passport. Provide your passport number, your passport book number, the country where it was issued, as well as the city and the state. Provide the issuance date and the expiry date. Have you ever had a passport lost or stolen? Select what best applies and select Next to US contact. Now here, you need to provide your point of contact in the United States. So whether you're going to an individual or an organization, you need to specify that information here. In the event you don't have any individual that you're going to in the United States, simply select Does Not Apply and state the name of the organization that you're going to. So whether it be a resort or Airbnb, you can specify that information here. Then you complete the address and then select Next to Family. Now here, you need to provide your father's full name and date of birth and your mother's full name and date of birth. If you don't know it, select Do Not Know. Do you have any immediate relatives not including parents in the United States? Select what best applies. Do you have any other relatives in the United States? Select what best applies, then select next. On this page, you need to provide your work, education, and training information. So if you're a business owner, right, from the drop down, you're just going to select business. If you don't see your field there, you just select other and complete the relevant information. Then you just provide the address of where you work or whatever it is. Provide your start date and your estimated monthly income. Scroll down and select next to work education again. Were you previously employed? So if you select yes, it will ask you to provide your previous employment information. So here I'm just going to select no. Have you attended any educational institution at secondary level or above? If it's yes, then you select yes and provide that information. So here I'm just going to select no. Then select next. Do you belong to a tribe or clan? Select what best applies. Here, provide a list of languages that you speak. To add another, select add another. Have you traveled to any countries or region within the last 5 years? Select what best applies. Have you belonged to, contributed to, or worked for any professional, social, or charitable organization? Select what best applies. Do you have any specialized skills or training, such as firearms, explosives, nuclear, biological, or chemical experience? Select what best applies. Have you ever served in the military? Select what best applies. Have you ever served in, been a member of, or been involved with parliamentary unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, or guerrilla group? Select what best applies and select next to security and background. So here, for the next 5 parts or next 5 pages, they're going to ask you a bunch of security questions. If you haven't had any run-ins with the law, then more often than not, the answers will be no. But take your time and read the questions and answer them accurately, right? So I'm just gonna select no for all of them to go through this application. So I'm now on page 3, now on part 4, and now I'm on the final page, part 5. And then select next to photo. Ensure you save your application so you don't lose your changes. Yes, continue application. Select next to photo. Select upload your photo. Choose file. Once you select the file, select upload selected photo. Select continue with this photo. So confirm the photo that you have uploaded. If you want to change it, you can select choose a different photo. Then select next to review. And on this page, you're going to review all the information that you provided for your application. I recommend that you download them and email them to yourself, so in the future when you plan to renew your US visa, you know what information you provided. So here I'm just going to select next, next, next. So take your time, review the application, and ensure you enter all the information accurately. So here you're going to select sign and submit. Scroll down. If anyone assisted you, then you can select what best applies. Enter your passport number and enter the code shown on screen. Then select sign and submit application. Scroll down and select next to confirmation. Now you want to ensure that you save this page. This page, you're going to be taking it to the interview with you. So the next step is paying for your US visa. I'll leave a link to how you can achieve that in the description of this video. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.